Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they... lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw one interception in the last game.
But 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, Coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The numbers a week ago for Everett: 7 catches, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And you can tell early they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Throwing is Wentz. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Here come the Bengals. And CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. That one taken in by T. Higgins. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Metcalf. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Third and goal. Burrow. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Commander defense able to hold. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, Burrow going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Metcalf. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now this defense for the Commanders, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Fadarian Mathis drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Second down at 5. Now Wentz. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Wentz. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wentz to throw. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Wentz. Out left to Dotson. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was a
touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit.
Now Burrow loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They fake the give. Now Wentz. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Madison is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Gibson will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let him fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Metcalf. Well, he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So here's Washington now to take over. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. Once more, Gibson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals set to take over. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on second down. Wentz, he's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wentz now to throw. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast or... Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the 2nd half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Burrow on play action. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burrow. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Now it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Chase Young in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this defense is...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that... not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
On 1st down, Metcalf. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And now they're in the hurry up. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
They'll run on 1st down. Metcalf. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. On 2nd and 9. Burrow. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now a handoff up the middle. Metcalf. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. DK Metcalf. His 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. So we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now. And they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Throwing on second down. Wentz. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Wentz being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joseph Osai with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And out now, here come the Bengals. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Now Burrow on 1st down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Burrow looking to pass. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Up the middle they go. Metcalf. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And now they will throw it with Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Burrow. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Burrow will throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Even after the penalty, trailing in the 4th, they've still got to go. It's 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Wentz now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Burrow's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football, but this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker. Just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. And, Charles, it's not very often an elite back becomes available. They jumped on him. I think they were smart to do so.
I agree, and we hear so often about how the running back position is devalued. But when you have a chance to get one of the truly best, top of his game, you go out and get him.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance of 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
On 3rd down, Metcalf. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
And finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Commanders 20. Kevin McPherson, the kickoff, North Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. One final try now for Wentz. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for Cincinnati, they're back to 500 as they move